I don't see how that has anything.
Coffee.
Okay, to be fair, I'm the
coffee enthusiast.
Drag. I'm the worst person to ask. I'm the one who said something about you making a whole pot of coffee earlier,
Well, listen.
which he did.
Yeah.
I just make a
Oh,
big
dear.
Good
cup.
thing, because I only needed a cup of Death Wish at the time.
Well, my thing is I have to make it fresh each time because my thing doesn't keep heating the coffee, and
Mhm.
I use the plastic cups, so I don't want to stick them in the microwave, like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had a container to put that coffee the entire time.
Oof.
Sure, it'd have been cold, but I drank black coffee cold all the fucking time. Let's pour Death Wish into a whiskey bottle next time.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm not. Huh.
It's been cleaned and left open, so the alcohol is evaporated by now.
That's not how that works.
Plus, it's had 3 different flavors of Kool-Aid in it since.
Interesting.
It is the perfect size for a single packet of Kool-Aid.
You know. Welcome to our shenanigans of coffee and Kool-Aid talk, apparently.
This is not D&D if there's not like some random thing. That's not the right. I meant to do quote, not tech. My apologies.
Ah!
Yeah.
Everything's fine. She's fine, I think.
I am here.
Is she? No, probably not. Oh yeah, I still have this thing.
Concern.
Don't worry about it.
Concern.
Fine.
Listen, I'm still sitting over here not knowing what the hell I did. So I'm just gonna...
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Uh-huh. Sure. Sure.
Let's see, last time, it was mostly a fight. You guys fought the Guardian of Limbo and killed it.
May he
Cry.
forever rest in pieces.
Yeah.
Cheers.
As the curse had consumed it. Anyways. Yeah, so yeah. There's a bit of few hints that the puppeteer's somewhere. No one really knows where.
Yeah.
Whether or not he has like full access or anything like that either. But he altered some of your fates. By your own choices, technically. He came back. He saw some interesting changes. You know, Julius was a little older. There's now 3 wizards.
That's not enough. This is enough.
It's fine.
Some things have happened.
Things.
Nobody remembers except us, which is always fun.
There was someone who witnessed it happen
Oh, good.
that still remembers. Harx had learned a couple extra little spell things.
Yeah.
He gets access to once a day without using spell slots, which might help, being a warlock.
Yeah.
The warlocks get something similar to that later, which it's scary when they get high level.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're just one of those you have to be really patient with classes.
Yeah. stick with it, it'll eventually get good.
It eventually pays off, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
It's similar to certain other ones. Like
Yeah.
there are other ones similar to that, like druids are kind of like that, where you have to really wait till you're like 18, 19, 20 to get the benefit of a druid. The full benefit. Anyways, we're off topic. What do you guys do?
I must commune with family.
Do you talk about anything with the family, or do you just sit there and, catch up?
Yes, Oh, by the way, welcome to the future. This is going to be a while. You're going to need to sit down for this.
That is true. That is whether or not you'd wish to RP that. For what?
The Nat one says, fuck no.
That's fair.
That is a history lesson. I am not a tutor.
That is true. She really can only explain what she's learned, to be fair, too. So,
Which is already way too much for her.
yeah.
Welcome to
eventually...
the future. Stuff happened. It's kind of doom and despair out there. We have wings.
Yeah, I would say you would have to explain the sister, but because of the way things changed, it's already been asked. And you technically already told this one.
Ah, yes, of course.
Your older brother might have went asking some questions. Why is there still 2 missing?
Well,
where are my sisters?
You see, one of them is kind of a spirit form and some kind of stabbing implement. And Brain does not currently remember. The other one is still dead, I think.
She is technically dead. Her soul is trapped in the sword, so it lives on, but she is technically dead. Yeah.
Tension in a thing.
Also, sorry, it just no warning died.
It's all good.
I was gonna say, he is very much paying. He does not seem like he knew where you were, but your brother is definitely watching you and looking at the fact that you're wounded.
Alright.
You were very
Yeah.
much injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not feel well.
Some of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bloodied, but what does that say much for an Arda wizard?
Yeah, you guys ended up healing Julius, so he's fine. Minus the fact that he has to regain some spells, but yeah.
Yeah, something. I had to release a guardian from Torma. I'm gonna take a nap now.
For the purposes of the fact that they were just revived, they are probably going to be like a level 3. I haven't picked their classes yet. I'm assuming I'm probably going to end up making this one a cleric. Just based on his little story we came up with.
Excellent.
The other two, no idea. Absolutely no idea. We'll figure it out as we go.
Perfect.
They might
One of them's
catch
a
up
bard
eventually.
before discovering the archetypes. Going right. Bards are supposed to seduce dragons in this age. What the fuck? Also, what the fuck's a dragon?
Yeah. Take that back. These two are probably gonna be level 3. She'll probably be like level 1 because she's actually pretty young.
Level uno.
She a babby flap flap.
Well, Reyan, you were partially right. You are the youngest, but you're not the youngest anymore because she's like 15, I think we said.
Or roughly, give or take about 2 million.
Yeah, you guys.
So she's
About the
a
same.
year younger. So technically she's a year younger, but also technically not a year younger because time
Yeah.
shenanigans and stuff.
I'm Paradox.
Yeet.
You have a younger aunt. How does that make you feel?
You know, this is just kind of life for him right now. Like, does that make sense? Like, he's just at this point, like, I don't know where the crazy part ends.
Alright, any other questions or anything you'd like to specifically address? Or are you just going to rest and catch them up as best as you can?
Yes, catch up. Also, nap time.
Well, Mihi's dead. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good.
Harx, what
It's fine. It's only a flesh wound. Rolls back to character.
Harx, what are you doing outside?
He's just kind of sitting outside with Buck.
I will be right back.
I mean, you probably see like the shimmer of them trying to fix the defense a bit because it obviously broke through eventually.
Yeah.
Even though they're out front, it's still kind of like shimmering in that almost wavy
Yeah.
effect from that area. So they'll probably eventually move back there. You get that feeling, but yeah. So it is breakable. It just takes effort.
Oh,
As all magic is not impervious to everything.
Yeah.
Reyan, what you doing, buddy?
Went up to see if he could be of any assistance up here. He knows, like, Felix basically just came out of the worst kind of half nap, half dead situation.
He was in coma. It was fine.
Yeah. So he's not entirely sure what he can do at the moment, but he's mostly just looking to not be downstairs where everything is like, there's a lot of families thing happening down there right now.
I mean, technically that's your family too. You can also be part of that.
Yeah, he did not feel like that was his place at the moment.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you're currently being explained as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it went to motion back to like wherever Kid was, and like he's not there now, but he does exist. But yeah, I know there was something that we were gonna do, but I think
there was a couple things. I know you guys had some questions for Felix. Whether or not you were gonna let him rest first was the question.
yeah, Reyan wants him to rest, but that's just Reyan because like.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not expecting much from there right now.
No.
At least not today. For the rest of the day.
No, yeah. he is mostly just looking for anywhere to be helpful and things like that. And considering this situation had been kind of like very isolated for a hot minute, he's doing his best to just kind of go like, hey, you guys don't have to just do this alone anymore kind of thing, so...
Because I believe the goal was to try to figure out how to make it so his soul could be more free to walk around.
Yeah.
Because you still don't know the circumstances of how he is existing the way he is.
yeah, that'll probably be I have run out of people to try and help, and so maybe we can talk about it, but only if you're up for it, because that's not exactly an easy conversation to have.
That's fair. It doesn't take him that long to recover, so he'll probably be actually walking around the evening time.
Cool.
Don't ask why.
I want to, though. That's all I ever do. What? Why? Wait, what?
As if it never happened.
Good. Lovely.
Alright. Well, until then, yeah. It's probably like a couple like separated groups of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys eventually do? Or do you wait till the next day to start bugging people?
I am tapped for spell slots. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you all are, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went hard on that thing.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Harx bothers anyone. I don't think it'll be till the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big if. Because there's a reason he secluded himself in the back. I will say straight up, he is not okay with having just killed the Guardian.
Yeah.
He's not okay.
But the Guardian thanked you, kind of.
He would have rather helped it and saved it than kill it.
But as the message has said, you can't always save everything.
Yeah?
It's very true.
Yeah. Reyan will probably poke his head in at, like, the rest of the party at some point and just check in and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah.
And see what they want to do, and if they just want to take the night and go like, hey, we just went through a time, we need a minute, then he's perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, Julius is probably trying to figure out how to talk to his dad without hinting that he doesn't remember any of the past several years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hi,
he's
hello. How are things that have totally been a thing for the last?
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's currently his like dilemma he's dealing with. It still hasn't quite hit him what the rest of it's gonna entail. But
yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there.
yeah, very different relationships that were built over the last several years.
Mm-hmm. And then Mihi is asleep.
He's power napping. She can be disturbed if you really want to.
He is not disturbing somebody who looks like they need rest.
Fine, it's just a few stab wounds. Why was she bit or clawed? I don't remember.
She was injured.
She was. I think she was bit more than anything. I think she got clawed once, but I can't remember.
Oh, yes, it's mostly puncture marks.
Yeah, if she's passed out, then yeah, he's not waking her.
Not
Harx
within a
got
lot.
chewed on.
Meanwhile, like, the little brother's been, like, healing her while she sleeps, like...
Just like, she went and did something dumb. Why?
Fine, she wasn't the worst stuff in that fight. It was okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to know? I will give you this as player knowledge. There was a couple downsides to that fight. One, I can't remember its exact health, but I know it was over 400. It was gaining back 15 every time it could heal.
Ugh.
Mm.
That's why I wanted to keep Radiant up.
In what it was doing to Harx, if you had dropped to 0, its special ability was to bite you in half.
Oh,
no.
yes.
That's why I made the comment of Jurassic Parking it a bit.
Yes.
No.
Thankfully, none of us are blood-sucking loiters, so we stood a chance.
Yeah, once you guys kept it from healing, that's when you were doing the major damage to it.
Mhm.
And knocked it down pretty quick.
I was determined, god dang it.
It wanted you.
Yeah, it sure did. It sure did figure me out.
Not an unintelligent creature. It was very smart.
It's like, oh, you're the one. You die now. So checked on Julius, checked on Mihi, and then checking on Hart.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move him because eventually he's like wandering around, kind of looking at the place a bit.
Yeah.
Probably checking out more who's here.
Fair. Yeah, just a head poke outside.
You would see him probably his back to like whatever door. If he's just sitting on the ground.
Hey. You alright?
I'm fine.
Insight.
That is a fair response considering how you found him.
Hi.
Oh no.
But you're also
no.
dealing with a high charismatic character.
Oh,
Natural 2028. That's why I was like, oh no.
She lost
die,
the die.
like- My die flew away. Hold on. I don't think I can even. I nat one.
That's how it works with nat 20s and nat 1s. Somebody always rolls the opposite.
Mhm.
I cannot. Okay, so that one's going away for tonight. Thank you. Uh,
What? I don't mind if you roll poorly.
I
Me
no,
neither of you keep rolling that
don't.
ones on my on your insights.
Listen here.
Julius might
want.
check on him later, but that's not the point.
I just my dice. I want to actually do things and like RP and crap. So like, can we behave?
He's just sitting there, kind of just petting Puck. You know, like the two hands to the side of the face, rubbing the ears.
All right. Just wanted to check in. Mihi is currently resting, and Julius is dealing with the time problem. Was where everybody was at, and probably encourage rest for the evening, considering.
Lots going on inside, so I came out here.
That's fair. It's kind of annoying.
Mind you, he hasn't turned around.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a die roll.
I did too.
That was beautiful. Anyway.
We can chat with Felix and everybody in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you,
Are you two
Hmm?
paying any attention, or are you just talking to each other?
I mean, he's hyper aware a little bit, like, not. He's focused on Harx, but also, like, trying to be aware of his surroundings.
Roll me a perception.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to roll it for Harx because
Okay.
he is focused in on Puck and just focused enough on Reyan to respond.
See if these die. That's not great. That's 11.
No.
Uh-huh. I'm just
Continue talking.
Good. I don't like that. Felix is recovered, surprisingly, so but do you need anything?
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm serious if you need something.
I'm fine.
I want to so badly just re-insight it, but because I nat one, I'm not gonna ask to, because, like... If I didn't nat one, I might ask, but I nat one.
Gotta love it.
Alright. Probably gonna take another walk around before trying to rest. So, that changes, let me know.
I will. I'll be inside at some point to get actual rest.
I highly recommend it. It's been a day. Several days. Gonna
You turn around to go back inside, and there's somebody leaning against the door. It's just chilling there, watching you two.
Hello?
Sneaky, sneaky boy.
He very sneaky.
Run that way. 'Cause nothing. Just away from everything.
Hi. Hello?
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
It's fine.
Just staring at you.
Did you, need something?
Curious of the questions you have.
What do you... Sorry, can you say that again? My headphones just...
Oh, you cut out too.
Lovely.
He's curious of the questions you have.
It's kind of complicated.
Stares. With this look of, like, he raises an eyebrow with that look of, Define. You're talking to a wizard that could see shit, and you're talking about something complicated.
Oh, I don't know where to start.
You can start from the beginning.
Which one?
That is the question, isn't it?
You're not confused by that statement? He's just like, what?
I have the power to see future, at least the problems that could come from it.
So you already kind of knew.
In a sense. Though that might change now that I've lost that ability.
Sorry to hear that.
We'll see how things go.
Yeah.
After all, we served different gods. Mine might be a bit more lenient.
I don't think I knew that.
There used to be as many wizards as there were gods.
I am terribly sorry to ask this, but my brain did not process a gosh darn thing, and I don't know why. I heard you say words, and the words did not process in my brain, and I'm angry about it. I'm sorry. That is my bad.
So what he's saying, basically, is that each wizard served a different god. So there were as many wizards as there were gods once.
Jeez.
And you're down to 3! You guys only met 5!
Gods!
You guys never... I think only one of you figured out which god he probably served, based on relation.
Yeah.
Good.
No one ever figured out which one Elijah technically served, or Cyrano, or any of the other 2.
Yeah.
You guys never asked those questions.
Cam had very little interaction with them to ask any questions.
I don't think she actually had any.
I don't remember.
I don't think she ever went to the library.
No, she never got a chance to. She was busy with other stuff when that happened.
Mm-hmm. Amos knew that, but I don't think he ever asked which gods they served. He just knew that information.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know one of them explained that once as well.
Sorry, also scribbling down notes as fast as humanly possible. And still trying to make it legible. Who do you serve? Sorry, didn't do that.
The Raven Queen.
Ah. I feel like Reyan's only context for the Raven Queen are like in 3 different instances. One,
Rin.
the sun, one Rin, and then like this demigod, and then also Adnar and things like that.
Yeah, I don't think you've been told that there's a third one out there somewhere.
No, that so he has the context he has about the Raven Queen is very
Yeah, because my lore is this is their dad, and he did make that comment about my sons are stubborn.
you know.
Yeah. He said that after Harx made a comment saying that he was still around, that the other one was still around.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So it's very much been implied.
Yeah.
Right.
Because how do you make a demigod? You human and a god.
Yeah.
Although technically he's a shadeling. So it's fine.
Mhm.
Just how that dissension happened. Oh.
Yeah. The notes. Okay.
Uno momentos, internet is be spiky.
Yes, I see this. I looked up and was like, wait.
It might be fixing. I see Drag's connection be okay. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it just in case.
Like, everybody else is fine, and then it's you and me.
Yeah.
I'm not even at my home internet. I'm at somebody else's internet.
It's just Florida apparently hates Nevada.
You know, Florida hates the West Coast in general.
That's
I'm
true.
just going to assume that.
We're on opposite ends. We just hate each other. It's fine.
I see.
You seem
Sorry, my
confused.
context. Sorry, say that again.
Seem confused.
Well, my context for Raven Queen is kind of rubs the back of his head a little bit. I know of 2 demigods, and then also know 1 cleric warlock. And she's a lot.
I've never interacted with her, but I know stories.
Seems everybody does.
He's gonna hold up 3 fingers. There's a third one out there.
Third?
That one prefers to stick to his own now.
That probably was for the best for a while. Also, real quick player question clarification.
Mhm.
Raven Queen, last Reyan remembered, being told about any god stuff in general, Raven Queen kind of bit the dust somewhere, didn't she?
That you know of.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I remembered that properly. Also, things might have changed, so let me double check this information. Raven Queen is still around?
No.
Okay.
Which is why I'm under a different circumstance than the rest.
What does that mean exactly?
I have access to things. That's all you need to know.
That's probably fair.
When a god dies, someone has to take over.
Aha.
Let that process and sink in for a second.
I caught it. I was writing down, did he take over for the Raven Queen? Wait.
I don't know, she seemed like the type of person that would have made sure to have someone she trusted be able to take over her domain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how's it feel, Reyan? You might be talking to a god in front of you.
He's, you know, that really slow, like, processing and then kind of the little slight wide-eyed
Realization.
look of like, oh! Oh.
Has Harx been paying attention to this? Because they're still technically at the door.
I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna roll something, see if he has. Roll. Let wisdom check. According to the dice, yes, with a natural 20.
That's fair. Now, going to read off one more thing. Reyan, you had wished for people to have hope.
Yeah.
You guys have a god on your side
Dang.
that has essentially given a lot of people back home the hope that they could still fight this. The morale's definitely going to be very different back there.
Yeah. He's been around, then.
Mm-hmm. The question is, did he really lose his ability or not?
You know.
It was not easy to implement on how I was going to do everything, but I think I pulled it off.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So technically, Rin works for him in a way, but also they probably don't interact very often. Because it's not quite the same relationship, yeah.
Yeah, it's very different. It's not like the contract got passed over or anything like that. It's one of those.
Yeah, he's probably the reason she kept her power and like the ability to stay there and stuff.
Yeah, she probably like respects him for that, but I feel like they give each other like the healthy distance of like, I don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what I'm doing, and as long as neither of us acknowledges that that's what's happening, we don't have to address it.
Yeah, well, because his whole thing was he could see, he would give the.
How am I the one still here?
Deed!
How am I the one still here? I'm confused. The internet wanted to prove a point, and it was, yes, we kind of hate each other, but also, like, that's my best buddy over there. Thank you.
But yeah, he's the one that gives, like, the warnings, the problems, and stuff like that. Which is interesting. People are willing to work together. It might make sense.
It's one of those, like, it would make sense. I feel like it's just personalities trying to avoid each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be a great working relationship. Rin has a very nasty habit that I acknowledge.
That's fair. My fucking tabletop is frozen, so.
Oh!
Un momento, por favor. As I end the task and open the game back up. But yeah,
the sheer fact that he knows of Rin at least enough to go like, I've at least heard stories, is enough for Reyan to go like, that's probably it. You probably don't actually want to meet her in person.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just had a very intimate relationship with the Raven Queen.
Very.
3 different times at least.
Yeah. Highly favored indeed.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. Same thing. Red probably knew like of him, but again, they just never really. They've probably seen each other in passing.
She really had no reason to interact with him and things like that, because it's like, that's just the Raven Queen's that. And like,
that's the Raven Queen's fling, we're just gonna leave that alone.
Yeah. I have no reason to mess with that. I'm going to move on with my day. Much like the demigods, unless they bothered her, she did not bother them.
True. And it's kind of the, with the Raven Queen, it's one of those things. It probably was an actual, like, random fling or just something she was just,
Yeah.
Who knows? You don't know how their relationship was. You never asked.
It didn't want to know, I think. It was one of those, like, that's not information I need to know in order to, like, go about my day. So, like,
yeah.
Do whatever you're doing. Also, Drag, we are back up and running.
Yes. Is there anything else to ask him now that you've had that spark of realization?
Yeah. That is a really good question. And I hate the fact that it is a question that immediately makes my brain go blank. Honestly, at most, he'd probably just want to ask how much has actually changed. If that's possible to know.
Besides what you've seen here, people have been more willing to join us and fight and help.
That's good.
Other than that, not much has changed.
Well, that's actually okay.
Could have been much worse, depending on what you all wished for.
What?
Well, that's all dependent on the person.
What does... You mean wish?
Wishing for your mother back, for example, could have changed how things are back home with your father. I'm not the only one that can read into the future, you know. He knew what he was doing when he gave you those choices.
You're talking about the puppeteer?
No, it's...
I realize.
He has the power to rewrite fates. We all do, but he chooses to use it.
Isn't that kind of what got him into trouble?
With certain people, yes. Although, can I really fault him myself? No. He found love and he rewrote fate so that he could be with her.
I know a few people that would do that.
It's not a uncommon want. But it's not what it was meant to be. Jumping into the past is no different than rewriting people's fates, isn't it?
But
That's a power that comes with a great responsibility.
we have seen that.
Now with the angels back, we stand more of a chance against it. But it'll still come with a great loss if we engage it now.
There is talk of potentially, I suppose, rewriting a. We've been talking, Harx brought up potentially rewriting another fate, which was how this all happened to begin with.
That would only bring another enemy along. Some things can't be changed. And it could be worse to deal with or easier. But would you
Yes.
rather go into things knowing what you're already dealing with, or come back and find something that you have no idea?
Already slightly did the latter. Not necessarily as badly, but
It can be weakened, depending on which dragons you manage to save. Although there might be circumstances where you won't be able to do anything.
I don't suppose I could ask for insight on whether or not it's a good idea to potentially try and help Asher.
He's a bit of a special case. He, much like Lily, not really be killed. They were created to be the same thing. But they can be forced away from people. Essentially, they were both given like an immortality thing to where they will come back if they die. But they can be forced to be like separated from everybody based on depending on who deals with them and stuff.
Yeah.
As you've already seen with Abnar being able to do that. Because they all have the power to rewrite someone's fate. He does not currently possess his contract, or whatever you want to call it. But she's the only one that knows its location. I need someone that will be willing to rewrite it so that he can walk more freely. Or you could take a risk and jump into the past. Have the puppeteer himself rewrite it.
That's...
Whichever you find easier.
Either, but have to pick one. He really doesn't find either an easy option.
Yeah, neither are really easy options in their own way, because then you gotta find someone willing to, like, take the contract and basically take it over to rewrite it.
Yeah.
So you either gotta ask a demigod, or him, or somebody that would be willing, but you're not sure if he's willing.
Yeah. Reyan wants to ask, but also he's like,
That's a lot to ask.
Yeah.
You want total power over your great-grandson's soul?
I think the other part is also Reyan wanting to potentially ask what Asher wants to do, because that's his contract.
I mean, he was the one who told you guys that you would have to ask Lily.
Well, getting it, yeah, but then having it, like, and everything.
I'm pretty sure you guys already had that discussion with him.
I feel like we did, but I cannot remember.
Yeah, the alternative was to find it, but, I mean, he doesn't know what needs to be done with it after that.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
Essentially like how she's kind of stuck in limbo with that immortality, but she's also the one that guides a lot of souls and everything like that. At the moment, he's just stuck here. But it can be written that he could walk freely among planes. That does put, risk into certain circumstance of, that the dragon can absorb souls.
Yeah.
So while he cannot necessarily die, does not mean that the soul cannot be absorbed.
Yeah.
That is information you all are aware of. Oh, I'll let you think on that.
Yeah. Thanks.
You and your friend should get some rest.
Plan on trying. Thank you again for talking.
Fine, talking, same thing. Turn and head inside. Okay.
Yeah.
Over here.
That was a lot.
There's a lot of information that I may have partially made up on the spot, but I was like, it really fits.
Yeah.
It works. It's okay.
It works. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's great. You're great. I have a whole 2 pages almost.
You're welcome.
Oh,
You have a god on your side.
fantastic.
Or at least someone that's powerful enough to manage a domain, at bare minimum.
Yeah. Gonna look back outside at Harx. Don't suppose you were listening to any of that?
Don't know what you're talking about. No, I heard every word.
Uh-huh. Okay, as long as somebody else heard all of that.
Oh,
Don't stay out too much longer.
Still kind of
Gotcha.
cold outside, but it doesn't bother you, Ark, so it's okay.
yeah.
Headed.
After a few days here, the friends might have made it to the unplace. Who knows?
Oh, good.
Depends how long it would actually take them to travel and what their resources are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything else?
I got nothing. He's gonna go to bed. He's overwhelmed.
That's fair. I'm just gonna separate where people are, make my life easier when if people want to talk.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Harx, do you ever come back inside?
Eventually.
Eventually.
For just player knowledge, because I think this will be funny. That entire time, While he was paying attention to it, he was also staring down at the cloth with the symbol on it. And he'll eventually go back inside.
There. You all rest. You're back to
Long
full health and spells.
Ah. Oh, and my speed is back to normal again.
You showered.
Got all the gunk off. Check spells.
You're waiting for, like, when you guys are gonna be able to leave. You could probably leave the next day. He'll be recovered enough to where he can walk a bit better without, like, support and all that. Because you guys were still waiting for Celestis to recover was mainly the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he'll still have, like, disadvantage on stuff, but he'll actually be able to, like, walk normal speed and things like that.
This is good.
Not quite as tired.
As I knock shit over, don't mind me.
Don't mind me trying to remember the relationship status of everybody. I'm like, okay, so it's Felix's mom that you guys might go talk to. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. Details.
Yeah, she was only referred to as the lady in white to you guys.
Yeah.
You kind of could probably make the assumption that Lily was who he was talking about.
Yeah. Reyan is at least smart enough to go like, yo, I think that's who he's talking about.
Yeah. Especially when he was like, yeah, she's trapped in limbo, or that's where she can reside and walk around freely. Because while she can take people to Light Plains, she can't cross over. Is why that was an issue. She could take them basically to like a border type of thing, to where they can get to a plane. Because every plane has its own gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the next day. A lot of that ice has melted finally. Barriers back up and running.
Yeah.
That will take
Another
some
round
point.
of vibe checks.
Yeah, what's Mihi doing?
Mending the bite holes.
First thing in the morning. Oh, I should fix my dress. Hold on.
Oh.
Not that any of them care, because I don't think any of them were ever, like,
You know.
had the weird restriction of this is my sibling, but they like, it reminds me of that, like, freedom families, where they're like, well, I'll just walk around naked, I don't care.
I don't think they went that far, but I feel like it's definitely a case where like a body's a body.
Yeah,
It's-
essentially.
That's family. It
is what it is.
yeah. It is what it is.
Meanwhile, poor Reyan would walk in and be like, okay, back out.
Pretty much.
Well, on the bright side, with just bites, I doubt anything is revealed with straight up bites.
That's true. Maybe.
Mostly stab holes.
Depends where you were bitten. I don't know. But yeah, okay, so you're mending your stuff.
Yep.
Probably at this point, though, because you would have had to actually pay attention to what you had on you, you probably noticed the rapier now.
Yeah, there's gonna be a pause. Can she tell she is attuned to it at the moment?
Oh yeah, you are now very aware that you have a connection with this weapon.
Hmm. Thinking back, could I have would I have recognized this feeling before the unconscious?
Probably.
With hindsight, excellent.
Yeah, it just didn't comprehend right away.
Hmm.
Because you were so busy focused on your family and everything, and you were tired and exhausted from the fight.
Right, that she's gonna file that under future problems. And we're mending.
Alright, you're mending.
Mm-hmm.
Mending.
I am mending.
Hey Harx, buddy, what you doing? Going in order of what I see on the board.
Oh. Fuck, what did you do?
Actually, probably be off somewhere else. Felix is always a bit of a loner.
Oh.
They both are, which is kind of funny with that family.
As
As
your grandfather's in the corner.
Yeah, all three of them are like off in different areas. Like,
He will. I guess he'll look for Raiden.
That's fair. At some point, Julius is gonna check on you today, for sure.
Mm.
Make sure you're actually okay.
It's fine, don't worry.
You guys made each other. He had you make a promise.
Mhm.
Mess.
Well,
He
now
didn't
he's
make
like
that
the
promise
same.
to Reyan.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But that's because he's also like one to keep secrets about how he feels.
Mhm.
Aren't they like the same age now?
Probably.
I'm 22. How old is Harx?
24, 2 years older still.
Yeah.
Closer in age.
But yeah, he'll find Raiden. And kind of approach him when he does find him.
Yeah, he's probably browsing the library, seeing what's in there. Trying to just keep himself occupied, basically. Say Raiden or Reyan?
Raiden.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, he's not going to go talk to Reyan. He already lied to Reyan and said he was fine. He's going to slide the cloth in front of him. Do I succeed?
Depends on what you're asking.
In getting there.
You do eventually. Although, are you sure you want to know the truth?
No. I'm not sure. But it doesn't change that I want to.
You'll find your way. Only you can decide when that is.
What will it cost?
Oh,
Knowing the
dear.
truth.
Hmm. Simply knowing, mostly heartache. Whether you decide to do something about it, that's a different story.
It's fine. It's completely fine.
Because he's not going to give you the exact answer. That does leave a lot of questions, doesn't it?
He'll collect the cloth and fold it back up. Thank you.
When you find the answer and learn the truth, you will be left with a choice. As it wasn't so random. Try not to let your emotions overwhelm that decision.
He'll just nod and how do you word this?
Hmm.
My emotions have dictated too many choices here recently.
Nothing in fate is ever truly written, because there's multiple directions someone could go. While there are things that can't be changed, there's always a chance to succeed. Just as much as there's a chance to fail. When you make a choice, don't regret it.
I think I will.
What was that?
He just says, I don't think I will.
Well, I cannot tell you exactly what you'll walk into. I shouldn't necessarily say even this. But there is a chance to save someone. How that influences your decision when you find out is up to you.
When I get that.
I wish you luck.
He'll nod, and I'm just turning to walk away.
Anyways. But who could it be? Who knows?
Who could it be? This animal. God damn it.
That's your own fault.
No, you said the words, and I just like words.
That yeah,
There's
your
a song
brain.
with these words.
That's your own fault because your brain went there.
It did. There's a boom my foot.
Reyan, what you doing? Now, Harx went to talk to Raiden. What are you doing?
Doing another round of vibe check, basically, just to kind of like.
And whenever you
Figure
do
out
get to
where-
Harx, you probably see him as he's like walking out of there.
Yeah.
So, however order you want to go into for this.
Probably start with Harx and then make his way around because I've got a feeling that there's going to be also a conversation when he gets over to Mihi.
Oh yeah, so then you exit the room. Harx and Rand's coming down the hall. You probably got
And
pointed
Harx
in the
looks
direction.
distracted.
Yeah, you probably got pointed in the direction of who saw him go there.
Mm-hmm.
Harx?
Mm-hmm.
Head tilt. You okay?
Yes, conversation filled with, no answers. Or no straight answers.
That happens. A lot these days.
Probably for the best.
Great answers would influence your decision too much.
Just trying to get a general idea of if we want to wait until we get back to talk to people and figure out what we need to do next, or I plan on checking on Julius and Mihi as well.
Don't quite know.
It's okay if you need time to process whatever's going on.
And we killed a guardian.
Yes. He was... We did.
Now there's a plane with no guardian. Nothing to protect you.
But did it have protection before? You saw how it looked. It was suffering.
That's why I wish we could have saved it.
I'm not sure we were ever equipped to do such a thing.
Most would have thought weren't equipped to kill a guardian either.
I have learned a bit that sometimes number one, we're more capable than we think, and second, sometimes the path we want to take is not ever open to us. Not right away. And sometimes never. Do I wish we could have helped it? Yes. But in a sense we did. And that is the only way that we can start to move forward and try and figure things out. We are not gods or demigods, we are mortals. We can only do so much.
We mortals have to live through our choices. And the choices of others. The choices of the gods. We have to live with every choice made.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty good thing to say, that we have the power to change things.
It is still a very large responsibility.
So is life.
There is a difference between living and having life and having power. Just because we can doesn't always mean we should.
He'll turn and look directly at you. Reyan, the choices we make will lead us closer to death each day. And since everyone wants to talk to me about how me dying would not be in everyone's best interest, and even my own, would you like to know how I think now, and how I thought when I jumped in front of that thing for you? Death can have me when it's earned me. Until that time, I will do all I can to spit in the eye of fate and change our lives for the better.
I don't know what else to say other than what I've said before. Caution. And death is going to have to truly earn you. I don't plan on letting you die so easily.
Oh, good. As you damn near did yesterday.
It was not my intention, and I did try to keep myself up.
Indeed. We all need a little help sometimes.
I saw what helped, and so I did. That's my job.
Not just yours. Sure, you have others you need to go check on.
There's someone who's insisting that it's not just my job. May I remind you, it's not just yours either.
Well,
And maybe start practicing what you preach.
I'll give it thought. Don't
As
get
you-
yourself pinned in a building.
That was not intentional. Also, as a reminder, I am younger than you, and so I only do what I have been taught, and I learn by watching and walking away.
If you would do what you've, how am I supposed to put it? My brain is going faster than mouth.
That's fair.
I get that.
If you're doing what you've seen, you would jump right in front of it, not try and hide from it.
I got its attention, didn't I?
Little shit. And yeah, I'll let Reyan continue going along with his little walkabout.
We're just out here like, come
I'm gonna have him probably out actually looking for Harx at this time, so eventually when you find Reyan, he's probably looking for Harx.
He's looking for Julius first anyway, so like they probably crossed paths. I was looking for you.
Oh.
More just checking in on everyone, trying to gauge what everyone wants to do. Harx is having a day.
I have no idea what to do. I'm just kind of following with you at this point.
That makes two of us. You know, you being taller than me is still strange.
Well, at least you don't have to deal with the dilemma of physically skipping puberty but mentally being stuck in it.
God. What? Oh. So sorry.
I had to add that in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I skipped a step somewhere in there. I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of attitude.
I have to very quickly get used to all of this.
Also really hard to talk to somebody who doesn't realize what happened without making it seem strange.
Yep. Yeah. Harder when you're trying to explain that they haven't been around.
Yeah. That's another whole issue. I have to pretend like he has been. It's weird.
I wish I could offer any kind of I basically told my father everything, so. But that's one person in comparison to.
Well, I mean, that'll probably change whenever we ever do another jump into the past, but.
Yep. Which is great fun, have to say. Great fun.
You know, here's something I've been wondering.
What's that?
Well, the dragon that can travel through time helped to make that device, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about seeing what's going on in the future? If it's possible?
Jumping to the past has already proven, yeah. Jumping to the future might prove to be interesting. I think I'd be more afraid of getting stuck.
That's true. That might be bad.
It's a curiosity that I can understand completely. I am just extremely cautious after recent events.
I guess it was just more of a curiosity of if we're actually changing anything for the better.
I mean, it is something to consider, at least. Even just briefly.
Or it could just mentally make us more paranoid. Because if we haven't changed anything, who knows?
Yeah, there's that. There's that. Or could find out that we're just making things worse, which would not be good at all for our mental stability.
To be fair, we don't really know if we're making things worse because we don't know how it would have looked even before we did this.
That's true. That's extremely true. Well, if things are still the same, then that's not great, but at least it's not all burned to the ground? Looking for a silver lining is not easy in this situation.
I mean, I look at it as maybe we managed to build up a defense if it was all the same. Better than having everything gone.
I can agree to that.
Where is Harx, by the way?
Back that direction. He's processing something. I wish you luck.
I think I can read him, maybe.
It's probably better than I can.
No. Pure luck if he does. Just put it that way.
Listen. Stat-wise, probably not, but also, like, just character-wise, he's like, yeah, no, you probably understand him better than I do.
How are you holding up, by the way?
You know, it's a lot happening right now.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what I'll see when I go home.
That is also terrifying, but apparently we have more friends. More people are at least willing to join. I don't know if you know.
Hmm?
Reyan, yeah, the other wizard that's alive now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know how there was a vacancy in the Pantheon?
Kind of? There's
Yeah.
a few of them, I thought.
The Raven Queens in specific.
I don't know if he knows much about the Raven Queen, all I don't say.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually knows quite a bit, okay.
Hey!
Thank you, Die.
Thank you, Dice.
Yeah, 22. I mean, he knows quite a bit.
Nice. Good.
I'm just kind of... Okay, so... They took over?
He very much took over. He's also, based on things that have been said and context clues, yeah, he's the reason there are Raven Queen demigods, or at least 3 of them roaming around.
Hopefully only 3 of them.
They
They all seem to have interesting, personalities. At least from the couple I've heard of.
Yeah, apparently the 3rd one has been, kind of off by himself, which honestly, don't blame him. But, yeah, we have a god on our side. Like, an actual literal walking the earth god.
Like, it's a good thing, isn't it? Maybe?
Oh, yeah!
Or bad, I guess, depending on how much you can help.
He's at least enough that people are willing to help. You know? You find out there's a god in somebody's camp, you kind of,
And Raven Queen was the one that dealt with souls and the dead and stuff, so
yeah.
I guess that would probably help.
Yeah.
Although I think it'd be kind of awkward to have to go ask him to bring someone back to life.
I cannot imagine that I already had to ask many awkward questions. So, but that's the thing.
My guess is he probably still follows the same rules.
Probably. Based on little bit I know. Honestly, the only person that might know or anybody that gets power from him at this point.
I don't think he knows who Ren is. Really?
Nope.
So, probably.
No.
Yeah, he didn't really interact with her, so if he has before...
Oh, yeah.
In this time, yeah.
Yeah, it is more just like an offhanded, like, if anybody knew, it's probably player, like, one of his followers or some, like, one of the Raven Queen's followers that is now under him kind of thing, because they would be able to go, like, compare, contrast, like, is there a difference here?
Yeah. For player knowledge, if Ren is ever asked, no. He is very much... He very much still follows a lot of the rules. He does a lot of the, like, doesn't really give full information. He'll help where he's allowed to type of thing.
Hence the, I'm just going to go stay in my corner, you stay in your corner, and again, we don't know what the other is doing to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
The less he knows what Rin is doing, the better.
That's fair. Has Mihi left her space? Or is she still with her siblings?
I think she's still with them, and this is going to be a very awkward poking in.
Yeah, because aren't they all, like,
Uh-huh.
related to you?
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Uh-huh. It was already difficult to process the one. Now there's many of them. And they have to process me at the same time.
I guess that's a good thing. Your family got a lot bigger all of a sudden.
yeah, and going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, I'll leave you to that. I'm gonna go find...
Yeah. Back that direction, either sulking or processing or whatever he's doing now.
Probably both.
Yeah. Look. And you'll head down.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
It is time, Mihi.
How easy is it to find Harx? Or would Reyan end up with Mihi first?
Well, that all depends. How close would be the next person Reyan would be looking for?
And Reyan's gotta go... This is technically upstairs. I don't know if you're technically upstairs, if you were downstairs when you were found. Raiden was upstairs, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Reyan would probably... Because he would have had to go around probably a different way down, following that direction, so Reyan probably actually ends up downstairs first.
Mhm.
to where Mihi's little family group is staying.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna shove you two downstairs then. Or whenever they get down there to find you.
There's a knock and then a little head poke in. Good morning.
Morning.
You get kind of like a wave from the little one.
I waves back. Just checking in a bit. Wanted to see how you were feeling.
All right. Look, our family. I'll be right back when I need to discuss some things.
Oh, that's not good.
Take your time as long as you come back.
She'll nod. Just got a minute? A moment?
Several.
Excellent.
Uno momento, por favor. I'm
Just
going to
outside
go
the
to the
door.
bathroom real quick while you guys discuss.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of just outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a slight issue.
That's not something I wanted to hear this morning, but alright. What's the issue?
Patting the swishy stabby on her hip.
I was wondering.
Seems I was attuned when we returned.
Oh. I'm sorry. I don't know. We were going to discuss that at another time.
There's a worse burden to bear. Oh,
Say
there are
that
worse
again.
burdens to bear out there. Sorry.
Yep. All good.
I just know there was something we wanted to try before any of us committed to.
It's... There's still possibly some way. She deserves a break anyway.
I see. If I recall, this marks one as a guardian of the Feywild, as you call it.
More the celestial. Not like this. Like more like the astral things. Astral
Hey.
plane, I believe. Because that's where they were from.
Right. See.
Oh, in all technicalities, she kind of affected everything. By the end of it all.
You fair after everything? So far.
Best I can, I suppose.
She is going to stare at you to get a read on you.
Is that a call for insight?
Maybe.
Excellent. Where's that? Oh, that's not a good score. Okay. But that is a good roll.
Oh,
What'd you get?
15.
Dirty 20. He's fine.
Oh, yes.
Successfully lied to Auntie. Oh yeah, 15, right. Because flat roll.
Because
Never mind,
flat
I
roll.
thought it was higher with that. Wait, she's a flat flap. She does, like... She was just recently in the world. She's not wisdomous. Well, the current world. It's weird. Time paradox.
Yes.
I see. I take it you checked in with the others?
Yes, Harx is processing some things, and Julius is coming to terms with the fact that he doesn't know how to not spill the beans to his father, that we've been time hopping, and time was different for us.
Meanwhile, Mihi didn't. I don't think was told that that was his dad that he ran up and hugged. Because she went off to her siblings almost immediately.
Oh, so they were related, of relation.
Ah, yes. Oh, also, not entirely sure how much you know about gods and things other than the one that kind of made you guys. The other one that was not with us before, his name is Reyan. That would now be the newest replacement god in a sense. He replaced the Raven Queen, who was kind of in charge of the place between death and fate and a whole bunch of other things.
There's a Lady of Ravens in this time.
There was.
I see.
There is not anymore.
Do I do the Mihi thing going, the fuck's a raven?
Oh, no.
No. Not yet.
Oh gods.
Just one of those realizations about an hour down the road. Wait a minute, what's a raven? I see.
So, lots of things have changed, but also not a lot. Everything else seems to be the same based on what Raiden has said. The only things that have changed is what was here when we got up, and apparently we have more people to the cause, which is always good.
Yeah.
Mostly just trying to check in with everyone and see if we needed an extra day and to wait until we got back home to make any decisions and plans and talk things out.
I'm afraid there's very little I can add into the whole plan-making process, but...
Your insight is still extremely helpful.
Fair enough.
I'm not good at plan making either. I am quite terrified of anything that we do from here on.
Flows ever onward.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Time... sorry. Time flows ever onward.
It does, except for us who continuously jumps and loops.
Forward with extra steps.
Fair point.
Look in thought for a moment. Do you have any desire to help me explain how the bloodline continued and yet
I can try. Based on what I know, and this is also based on what I was told and then learned since then. So I can do my very best.
All right. She like goes to turn like to open the door, but like there's a hesitation of like not even like being deceptive with this look, but it has that look of what the fuck am I about to word?
To be fair, that is how we feel all the time when trying to explain things to you.
Time is a weird soup, said the
Yes.
character. Said the player, not the character.
Okay.
Wait. I apologize for the pain I caused your head.
It's alright.
And
Come on,
they're
let's go.
onwards.
Yep. Back
So
in
family, meet family.
back in to start that conversation.
Hi, hello. Introducing ourselves. Da, da, da.
Yeah, this is the family tree as we currently know it, and that could change at any given moment. Thanks.
When family trees are ancestors, the roots or the leaves? I was never quite sure on that.
Ancestors
Qui-
are.
okay. Best way I could describe them. Kind of quiet bean, sweet bean, and protective bean.
Good.
That's basically what you would immediately get from all of them.
Fantastic.
We observe.
She talks once in a while, but it's more of that just like she's quiet a lot.
Yeah. Which is fair.
He attack. He also protect.
Very much protect. He is the oldest. He must protect.
Yes. Understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also discovering in all my characters right. At some point, I need to take the time to enchant mending on my pants.
You do that to yourself, dude.
Listen.
She wears pants?
One is the Angie rage. Oh right, they don't know what pants are yet. Pants are a weird modern invention.
Yeah. Like I said, they're siblings, but they're not. It's weird. It's a weird thing because they're like all created, and we're told they were siblings. Whether or not they're actually all related is another story.
Yeah. We're just going off of that because it's easier.
Yeah.
We're not getting into the nitty gritty detail of like technically you guys are the Adam and Eve crew. Like good luck.
Yeah.
Like no, that's too much.
They were meant to be the start of humanity.
Yeah. Like,
In the beginning.
no, that's a little too much. Thank you very much.
In the beginning, there was a fuck ton of flaps.
Yeah.
And in this time, there was no such thing as the apples, so there was very few actual fruit trees, so they got pomegranates from the ground, I think.
And
That's
they
what
only-
pomegranates for? I don't know.
And the only creature that existed besides them was this mysterious thing called a Furby.
Most actually. The Furby at that times were known to gather into amalgamation known as an organ,
Oh god.
which they would which they would all sing in chorus as an abomination of horror. One of them was named Charles.
God damn it. Harx, where are you?
He would be. How to describe it? He would probably be at the. Probably standing at the door that we went in to head down.
Hmm. Okay, so you're probably like more over here. It's a ish.
Yeah.
However, that would lead down.
He's just kind of just standing there.
Yeah, you can probably hear him kind of heading down the hall there. What are you doing?
Thinking about our choices.
You know, pondering on what could have been is only going to drive you insane, right? You know that, right?
Sane people have a much easier time making decisions.
I think it's more of a calm mental state. Although making a decision on the spot is something you just have to live with, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
What would you have done differently if you had the choice?
He's the guardian.
How?
It's the thing I don't know. So I'm standing here.
We went in there not really knowing what we were going to get into. We weren't exactly equipped to help it, I don't think.
Thing what we don't know. We don't know if we were or not.
No, but we can't go back on what we did do now.
Well, we can't.
No, we could, but that would probably change a lot of what happened afterwards.
Speaking of,
Mm.
I need you to prepare for something when we get back.
No?
There's a high chance that Hunter will only know you in passing.
His expression kind of like dropped for a sec. Right. I'm still trying to figure out what everybody knows.
Only reason I know that everything changed for them as well was because I asked them what had changed there.
They wouldn't
And it would,
really know, would they?
they wouldn't. I didn't think about that when I asked. So I was met with confusion.
I guess I didn't really have much of a relationship with them, at least. Didn't really give them the chance to get one, huh?
I just kind of reach out and just ruffle his hair. He's still younger than me, though. Regardless of what is known back home or anything else, I still view you as a younger sibling.
Oh, good, then I can still pester you so you'll stop moving around so much.
Same goes for you.
I don't know what you're talking about. He smiles.
Suppose you don't anymore.
Hmm?
He just said, I suppose you don't anymore.
Well, I found it's much easier to lie to my dad than I thought it was.
I wouldn't bet on that.
Can I hope, at least?
You can hope. But I would leave the thought there that he may already know.
Probably does know something's up, but I don't know if he knows how to ask.
That would be the thing I would consider more.
We can't change what we did, but living with regret is not healthy for you. So, what can I do to cheer you up?
Well, honestly, I don't know right now. It's more just lost in thought about it. It's thinking over our choices and what was done and how to prepare ourselves better for the future.
I can do is hope that it's the right decision. We keep questioning our choices, and I don't know. Wouldn't people be looking to us to change things for the better every time they find out what's going on?
Wasn't that the beauty of it?
Hmm.
The beauty of being human is we can question our choices because we have to live with them.
Right. But it's both a good and bad thing that we remember everything. Because then at least the memories aren't lost, right? And when this is over, we can actually share it. You okay there, Jay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just trying to think. Enough about my mopiness. What's on your mind?
Still trying to process the sudden jump in age.
Well, hmm. I mean, there's probably an obvious explanation.
This doesn't change the mentality that I'm still 15. Weird growing up, but also not growing up. Hmm. I mean, I already accepted a lot of things a long time ago, but still, it's different.
Another thing you should probably prepare for.
Hmm.
Mystic.
Right, she'd probably be a little bit older herself, huh?
Probably. Where'd you two meet?
I just kind of found her wandering one day. Couldn't tell you how long ago that was anymore.
I suggest when we get back, just continue being yourself. Wary of everyone that you're around. And, well, just be careful what you say to everyone. Or anyone there. Until you're certain what they know.
Well, before I didn't really talk to anybody that much, so that shouldn't be too hard as long as they don't know me too well, I guess.
Hence my continue being yourself.
So are you gonna stand here all day staring at a door?
No, I have a couple more stops to stand around at.
Mind if I join you for that?
If you wish. My next stop was the garden out in the cold. Or probably isn't cold anymore. Now that these barriers should be repaired. Guess we'll have to see.
I missed a chance to throw snowballs at you.
I mean, not like it would have,
The impact still let it hurt.
possibly.
Ice spells, he can't cheat that.
Mhm.
He said he doesn't have any ice spells, he can't cheat it.
That's fine. See, Harx would be the cheating one because he'd just pick it up and it would ice over.
Yeah, that's true. He's not quite that cold to do
What?
that.
It's fine.
I'll
Don't
move around with
change.
you for a while.
Why not? I guess they'll go mope around.
Yeah, we'll mope around together.
Eeyore. Here now the Eeyores. Fuck yeah.
Does anything else get discussed today at this time? Besides Reyan taking time to get to know his family.
Yeah.
Well, they probably have a lot of questions for you.
Tries to answer the best he can.
It's very similar to like Mihi, where anything you mention, they're like, "What the hell is that?"
What is
Yeah,
that?
he's like,
What is this?
okay.
What do people have ears now? People always had ears, but like, different.
It's basically Mihi times 3.
Mihi times 3, and probably out of all of them, you have teeny one that's probably the most curious and fascinated.
Yeah. He does his best. He's... Anytime they ask a question that he doesn't have the answer, he's like, I don't know. That is a question for an adult. I am not one of those.
You know.
When Mihi turns around and like answers certain questions because of the talk with Elijah.
Yeah. What you see babies come from, I actually don't know exactly. It
No.
wasn't specific.
Ah.
Yeah, so unless you two do anything else, the rest of these two are gonna mope in the garden for a while. I think this is a good place to call it otherwise.
It's fucking Jeopardy up on this bitch.
I don't think they're going to accomplish much else for the day, especially if this is trivia hour happening over here.
Yeah.
Just a very clear point is much one. Oh, and in this day and age, do not go up to people with special ears and ask to pet them. That's a big no-no.
Well, it's probably also like trying to figure out like how Reyan is related and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, this is how I know it. I am sure there's more to the story than I know.
Virtue had a family.
Yeah.
There was apparently a lady that had responsibilities and things, and then had a family, and then passed her responsibilities on to her son, who then had a family with his wife, who had Reyan's mom, who had Reyan.
Yep.
That's
probably how the
basically-
baby talk came up. I'm like, wait.
Yeah. Probably what do you mean? And then he's like, oh, no, that's not a me talk. That is somebody else.
Just wait till the Catboy gets here. He deals with this, not me.
Yeah. Like, I'm not giving this talk to adults. I'm not doing that today. Thank you.
She's probably actually, yeah, it's not that he isn't, like, wanting to visit, he's giving space because of family thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
That, and he did exhaust himself quite a bit during that fight.
They
weren't necessarily used to fighting, especially as mortals, again. At least two of them weren't. Don't die. But yes. That is, I think that's a good place.
Alternative to communism.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to call it. We could do any, like, off-screen stuff if anybody wants to have any more combos before then, but...
Yeah. Because I don't think they're all gonna gather back up as a party until they get back, honestly.
I will save Mihi's descent in the dark side privately, where she will discover the glories of oatmeal raisin cookies.
Oh no.
I know you still wanted to have a visit with Catboy, which is concerning.
Oh no.
At some point in the future. Maybe. Spoon.
That would be a good time.
It's true.
Because I feel like the minute we get back, it's going to be another, like, we get everything settled, and then we're hitting the ground running, doing whatever we're doing again.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff, for saying goodbyes in the chats. Thank you all for hanging out. Sorry we didn't play yesterday, but there was a lot of issues that came up, and just, yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're going to attempt to stream more this weekend if I can, but we'll see. Depends on my internet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye!
Good night! Bye!